Have you ever noticed how life shifts as you move past 65? Suddenly, the things you once thought were essential don't seem to matter as much. The truth is, this stage of life offers a chance to reevaluate, reflect, and let go of what no longer serves you. In today's video, we'll dive into 10 things that don't make sense after 65. From breaking free of toxic relationships to rethinking outdated goals, you'll discover powerful insights that can help you live a more fulfilling and authentic life. But that's not all. Stay with us until the end to learn actionable ways to let go of harmful relationships, reassess your life priorities, and unlock a sense of peace and purpose like never before. This is your opportunity to embrace freedom and happiness in this transformative stage of life. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot to us. If you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm also eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0 instead. Your feedback is crucial, as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. 1. Letting go of toxic relationships. Holding on to toxic relationships can be a struggle that lasts far too long in life. Relationships are vital. They shape who we are, how we see ourselves, and how we navigate the world emotionally. Friendships, family connections, and even romantic relationships provide the foundation for our emotional health and sense of belonging. However, it's important to recognize that not all relationships are beneficial. Over time, some relationships can turn toxic, becoming sources of negativity, emotional strain, or even harm. As we age, particularly after reaching 65, the effects of maintaining toxic relationships become increasingly clear. These relationships might involve constant criticism, manipulation, negativity, or emotional distance. They can drain your energy and take a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. Many of us hold on to such relationships out of a sense of duty or fear, believing it's our obligation to maintain them, or feeling too uncomfortable to confront the issues. But by this stage in life, it's time to reflect on whether these connections are truly serving you. Letting go of toxic relationships is not a failure. Instead, it is a necessary act of self-preservation and self-care. This is about realizing that your time, energy, and emotional health are far too valuable to waste on connections that only bring you down. You deserve to be surrounded by people who respect, support, and genuinely appreciate you. Whether it's a toxic friend who undermines your confidence, a family member who continually criticizes you, or a romantic relationship that has run its course, walking away is an act of strength. Letting go, however, isn't always easy. It requires courage to face the discomfort of change and a strong sense of self-worth to prioritize your own well-being. But once you do, the rewards are profound. You'll begin to notice an emotional lightness, a sense of relief and freedom, as you create space for relationships that truly nourish and uplift you. By removing the toxic influences, you open the door to more meaningful, positive, and supportive connections that align with the life you deserve. Remember, the act of letting go isn't about giving up on others. It's about choosing yourself, valuing your peace of mind, and making space for the kind of love, respect, and harmony that should fill this vibrant chapter of your life. 2. Worrying about what others think. Throughout life, many of us feel the weight of societal expectations. We face pressure to conform to social standards, family rules, or even workplace norms. When we're younger, the opinions of others often play a significant role in shaping our decisions. We seek validation and acceptance from friends, colleagues, family members, and society at large. Whether it's about how we dress, the careers we pursue, or the choices we make in our personal lives, the influence of others can feel overwhelming. However, as we grow older, particularly after the age of 65, we begin to see things differently. The constant concern about what others think starts to feel unnecessary, even exhausting. At this stage, we've gained a deeper understanding of ourselves. We know who we are, what we want, and what genuinely brings us happiness. Allowing others' judgments or expectations to dictate our choices no longer serves us. While the fear of being judged may still linger, decades of life experience make it easier to realize that those opinions don't hold the same power they once did. One important truth becomes clear. People view the world through their own lenses. Their judgments often reflect their values, biases, and experiences, not an accurate reflection of you. By letting go of the need for approval, you give yourself the freedom to live authentically, according to your values, desires, and needs. Imagine how liberating it would be to no longer worry about whether others approve of your choices, lifestyle, or appearance. You are now living for yourself, not to fit into someone else's mold. This newfound clarity brings freedom. Whether you're deciding to retire early, downsize your home, start a new hobby, or spend more time with your grandchildren, your decisions should reflect what brings you joy and fulfillment. Living authentically at this stage of life means embracing who you are and being confident in your choices. You've earned the right to prioritize yourself. Letting go of others' opinions is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It allows you to live freely, without the constraints of external expectations. You're no longer striving to meet others' standards, but focusing on what truly matters: your happiness, your peace, and your unique journey. 3. Clinging to material possessions. Throughout our lives, many of us accumulate a substantial number of material possessions: houses, cars, furniture, clothing, collectibles, and countless other items that fill our spaces and shape our routines. Some of these possessions carry sentimental value, tied to memories or milestones. Others are things we acquired simply because we thought we needed or wanted them at the time. However, as we reach our 60s and beyond, the value of these material possessions often begins to diminish. The home that once felt essential may now seem too large and difficult to maintain. Clothes that were once fashionable or practical might no longer suit our current lifestyle. Items that once brought joy may now feel like clutter. Holding on to material possessions that no longer serve a purpose becomes an unnecessary burden, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. It's not just about the space these things take up, but the weight they add to our lives. As we grow older, we come to understand that true happiness and fulfillment don't come from the things we own. Instead, they come from the experiences we cherish and the relationships we nurture. This stage of life offers the perfect opportunity to declutter and let go of the excess. By removing items that no longer bring joy or serve a practical purpose, you create space, both physically and emotionally, for the things that truly matter. Decluttering isn't just about cleaning out a closet or downsizing your home. It's about reevaluating your relationship with material things and recognizing that having less can actually mean having more. By freeing yourself from the responsibility of maintaining and worrying about an excess of possessions, you make room for experiences, peace of mind, and a simpler, more meaningful life. When you're no longer preoccupied with the upkeep of material possessions, your time and energy can be redirected to what genuinely brings joy and satisfaction. As we age, our focus naturally shifts from accumulating belongings to accumulating memories. Instead of collecting objects, we begin to collect moments, shared experiences with loved ones, quiet reflections in serene spaces, and the sense of contentment that comes from living in a comfortable and uncluttered environment. This transition doesn't diminish the importance of ambition or achievement, which may have driven us through our younger years. Instead, it reflects an evolution in priorities. During our 20s, 30s, and 40s, we might have pursued goals like climbing the corporate ladder, buying a home, raising a family, or achieving financial milestones. These goals often served as markers of success and fulfillment. But by the time we reach our 60s, it becomes clear that some of the goals we once pursued with enthusiasm no longer align with the person we've become. Priorities change, values evolve, and what once seemed crucial may now feel irrelevant. Embracing this change allows us to focus on what truly matters today, rather than clinging to the expectations or aspirations of the past. 4. Outdated goals and embracing new aspirations. Holding on to outdated goals, especially those that no longer bring joy or fulfillment, can lead to frustration and a sense of disillusionment. The truth is, goals are not meant to be static. As we grow and evolve, so too should our aspirations. What felt meaningful and exciting in our 30s might no longer resonate in our 60s. Clinging to these outdated goals out of habit, pride, or stubbornness can prevent us from exploring new opportunities better suited to this stage of life. This is the perfect time to reevaluate your goals and ask yourself whether they still align with who you are today. Do they bring you a sense of purpose and excitement, or have they become sources of stress and obligation? It's perfectly okay to let go of goals that no longer reflect your current reality. In fact, releasing them can be incredibly liberating. Letting go doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're choosing to be intentional about where you direct your time and energy. It's about creating space for new dreams, passions, and experiences. Perhaps your new goals are less about professional achievements and more about personal fulfillment. Maybe they involve spending more time with your family, traveling to new destinations, or finally picking up that hobby you've always wanted to try. Whatever they are, the key is ensuring that your goals reflect the person you are now, not the person you were decades ago. Embrace the freedom that comes with setting goals that align with your current values and desires. This is your time to pursue what truly brings joy, meaning, and satisfaction to your life. There's a unique liberation in letting go of outdated ambitions and focusing on what genuinely matters to you today. By doing so, you grant yourself the opportunity to live a life that feels true to who you are and the person you continue to become. 5. Breaking free from the obsession with appearance. In a society that often places immense value on youth and beauty, it's easy to fall into the trap of obsessing over physical appearance. From a young age, we are bombarded with messages that tell us we need to look a certain way to be valued, accepted, or even loved. These pressures create unrealistic standards that many of us strive to meet, often at great personal cost. But as we grow older, it becomes clear that obsessing over appearance is not only futile, it's also a distraction from the things that truly matter. Wrinkles, gray hair, and changes in our bodies are natural parts of aging. They're not flaws to be fixed, but symbols of the lives we've lived and the wisdom we've gained. At this stage in life, it's time to shift the focus from external appearances to internal well-being. This doesn't mean neglecting self-care or giving up on living a healthy lifestyle. On the contrary, taking care of your body through proper nutrition, regular exercise, and adequate rest remains essential. However, the obsession with maintaining a youthful appearance at all costs is a burden that no longer makes sense. True beauty comes from within. It's reflected in the confidence with which you carry yourself, the kindness you show to others, and the authenticity of your life. Accepting and even celebrating the physical changes that come with age is an act of self-love. By doing so, you allow yourself to live more freely, unburdened by the unrealistic expectations of society. This shift in focus allows you to embrace a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. Instead of chasing external validation, you can invest in what truly matters, nurturing your relationships, cherishing your experiences, and living a life of purpose and contentment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. 6. The pressure to maintain a youthful appearance. The pressure to maintain a youthful appearance can be overwhelming. Many people invest significant amounts of time, energy, and resources into trying to slow the natural aging process. This pursuit is fueled by societal expectations and the fear of losing value in a world that often equates beauty with youth. However, as we grow older, particularly after the age of 65, it becomes clear that obsessing over appearance is not only futile, it also distracts us from what truly matters. Wrinkles, gray hair, and changes in our bodies are inevitable parts of aging. These features are not flaws that need fixing, but symbols of the lives we've lived, the experiences we've had, and the wisdom we've gained along the way. They tell the story of resilience, love, and growth, serving as reminders of the rich and fulfilling journey we've undertaken. At this stage in life, it's time to shift the focus away from external appearance and toward internal well-being. This doesn't mean neglecting self-care or abandoning a healthy lifestyle. On the contrary, taking care of your body through regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest is more important than ever. However, the obsessive need to preserve a youthful look at all costs is an unnecessary burden that no longer serves you. Real beauty is rooted in authenticity. It shines through in the way you carry yourself, the confidence with which you approach life, and the kindness and wisdom you share with others. As you embrace the natural changes that come with aging, the societal pressure to conform to narrow beauty standards begins to fade. Instead of resisting these changes, you can choose to accept and even celebrate them as unique markers of your journey. Learning to appreciate your body as it evolves is a profound act of self-love. It's an acknowledgement that your value lies in who you are as a person, not in how you look. This is the perfect time to focus on feeling comfortable in your own skin, not by chasing unattainable beauty standards, but by nurturing your body and soul in ways that promote overall well-being. Letting go of the obsession with appearance brings a sense of freedom and peace that allows you to live more fully. Without the constant worry of how others perceive you, you'll find yourself open to deeper relationships, more meaningful experiences, and a greater sense of inner calm. By shifting your focus from outward appearances to inner fulfillment, you give yourself the gift of truly enjoying life as it is, with all its beauty and imperfections. This freedom enables you to connect more authentically with the world and the people around you, building a life that is rich in love, understanding, and purpose. Throughout life, many of us feel obligated to participate in social activities that we may not truly enjoy. These could include attending family gatherings, community events, or social functions. The pressure to show up can sometimes feel overwhelming. Often, this sense of obligation stems from a desire to please others, maintain relationships, or simply avoid appearing rude. However, as we grow older, particularly after the age of 65, it becomes clear that engaging in social activities out of obligation no longer makes sense. Your time, energy, and emotional well-being are far too valuable to be spent on activities that do not bring joy or fulfillment. This is the stage in life to be intentional about how and with whom you spend your time. If large family gatherings no longer appeal to you, or certain social events leave you feeling drained, it's perfectly acceptable to say no. Granting yourself permission to decline invitations without guilt is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. You are under no obligation to attend every event, nor do you need to justify your choices to others. Instead of engaging in activities that feel forced, focus on spending your time with people and in environments that truly nourish your spirit. This could mean enjoying a quiet dinner with close friends, taking a peaceful walk in nature, or savoring a few hours alone with a good book. Choose activities that align with your current interests and energy levels. By doing so, you'll notice that your social interactions become more meaningful and enjoyable. Rather than feeling drained or obligated, you'll approach social activities with a sense of enthusiasm and presence. You may also find that the people who truly value your company will respect your boundaries and appreciate the time you choose to share with them. Ultimately, the freedom to decide how you spend your time is one of the greatest gifts of this stage in life. Embrace it fully, and let go of the pressure to participate in activities that no longer serve you. By focusing on what brings you joy and satisfaction, you create space for deeper connections, more meaningful experiences, and a life that aligns with your needs and desires. 7. The harmful habit of comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a natural human tendency. Throughout life, we often measure our success, happiness, and self-worth by comparing ourselves to others. Whether it's career achievements, financial status, family life, or physical appearance, the habit of comparison can have a powerful influence on how we perceive ourselves. However, as we grow older, particularly after the age of 65, it becomes increasingly clear that comparing ourselves to others is not only unhelpful, it's harmful. Each person's journey is unique and shaped by their individual experiences, challenges, and opportunities. Trying to measure your life against someone else's is like comparing apples to oranges. No two lives are the same, and the act of comparison often leads to feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, or even resentment. This habit of comparing can also cause you to overlook the many achievements, joys, and blessings in your own life, as you focus too much on what others have. But by the time you reach this stage in life, it's time to let go of this unproductive behavior and embrace the uniqueness of your own path. Instead of looking outward and comparing yourself to others, turn inward and reflect on your own journey. Celebrate the successes, both big and small, that have brought you to where you are today. Acknowledge the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the personal growth you've experienced. Your life is rich with experiences and wisdom that are uniquely yours, and it deserves to be valued on its own terms. By letting go of the habit of comparison, you free yourself from the constant pressure to meet external standards of success or happiness. You can focus instead on your own definition of fulfillment, what truly makes you happy, what aligns with your values, and what brings meaning to your life. This shift in perspective allows for a deeper sense of contentment and peace. It encourages you to appreciate your own journey for what it is, rather than measuring it against someone else's. Ultimately, your life is your own, and the only person you need to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Focus on your growth, your happiness, and your accomplishments. Embrace the unique path you've walked, knowing that it has led you to the person you are today, a person with a lifetime of wisdom, resilience, and experiences to cherish. 8. Prioritizing mental and emotional health. Throughout life, we often focus on monitoring physical health, keeping track of blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and other vital signs, along with maintaining an active lifestyle. While these are important aspects of overall well-being, mental and emotional health are just as crucial, if not more so. Unfortunately, many older adults continue to overlook their mental and emotional health, believing it to be less significant than physical health or feeling they must endure loneliness, anxiety, or depression in silence. This mindset is not only outdated but harmful. After the age of 65, prioritizing mental and emotional well-being becomes essential for maintaining quality of life. Feelings of loneliness, sadness, anxiety, and depression are common among older adults, but they are not inevitable. Ignoring these emotions or pretending they don't exist can lead to declines in both mental and physical health. Recognizing that mental health is as important as physical health and seeking support when needed is a sign of strength, not weakness. Support can come in many forms: therapy, counseling, mindfulness practices, or simply carving out time for self-care and reflection. Taking steps to address your emotional needs is vital for long-term happiness. This stage of life is also an opportunity to strengthen emotional connections with others. Reaching out to friends and family, joining social groups, or engaging in activities that bring you joy and a sense of belonging can help combat feelings of isolation. Building and maintaining meaningful relationships is a cornerstone of emotional well-being, and it's never too late to create new connections. Additionally, consider incorporating mindfulness or meditation practices into your routine to nurture emotional balance. These practices can help you stay present, reduce stress, and foster a sense of inner peace. Remember, your mental and emotional health is invaluable, and taking care of them is essential for living a full and fulfilling life. Seeking help or making positive changes to support your well-being is an investment in your happiness and longevity. 9. Releasing guilt when prioritizing yourself. For much of life, many of us are consumed by responsibilities, caring for children, supporting a spouse, helping friends, and managing a career. This often means putting the needs of others ahead of our own, sacrificing time and energy to ensure that everyone around us is cared for. While this is a beautiful and necessary part of life, it can also lead to a pattern of neglecting your own needs. Bookmark. As we reach 65 and beyond, continuing to feel guilty for prioritizing ourselves becomes increasingly unnecessary. Self-care is not selfish. It is essential. In fact, taking care of yourself is one of the most important things you can do, not just for your own health and happiness, but for the well-being of those you love. When you prioritize your personal happiness, health, and growth, you become better equipped to support and care for others. With more energy, emotional resilience, and mental clarity, you can be more present and attentive to the people who matter most. This can only happen, however, when you allow yourself to focus on your own needs without guilt. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, traveling, setting boundaries with others, or simply giving yourself permission to rest, it's time to embrace the idea that your well-being is just as important as anyone else's. You've spent much of your life caring for others. Now, it's time to care for yourself. Let go of the guilt that comes with prioritizing your own needs. You deserve to live a life that brings you joy, fulfillment, and peace. By taking care of yourself, you set an example for those around you, showing them that self-care is an essential part of a balanced and happy life. In doing so, you contribute not only to your own well-being, but also to a more harmonious and supportive environment for everyone you care about. 10. Overcoming the fear of the future and death. The fear of the future, especially the fear of death, is something most people grapple with at some point in their lives. It's natural to feel uncertain or even anxious about what lies ahead, particularly as we age. However, allowing this fear to dominate your thoughts and actions can rob you of the joy and fulfillment that come with living in the present. As we grow older, particularly after the age of 65, it's essential to shift focus away from fearing the future or death and toward embracing the present moment. This stage of life is a time to reflect on the richness of your experiences, celebrate the relationships you've built, and appreciate the simple pleasures of each day. Living in fear of the unknown can steal the peace and happiness that come from being fully present. Instead of worrying about what the future holds, focus on the here and now. Spend time with loved ones, engage in activities that bring you happiness, and savor the moments that make life meaningful. While preparing for the future is wise, obsessing over it creates unnecessary stress. Accepting the inevitability of death and finding peace with it can deepen your appreciation for life itself. This acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about acknowledging life's impermanence and using it as motivation to live more intentionally. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or exploring spiritual beliefs can help ease fears of the unknown. These practices offer comfort, clarity, and inner peace, allowing you to navigate the later stages of life with confidence and serenity. Ultimately, death is a natural part of life, and embracing this reality can bring a profound sense of freedom. Instead of fearing the end, focus on living each day with intention, love, and gratitude. By doing so, you honor the time you have and create a legacy of joy and meaning. Living beyond 65 presents a unique opportunity for reflection, growth, and renewal. It's a time to let go of outdated beliefs, unnecessary pressures, and toxic relationships that no longer serve you. By embracing these changes, you can live a more authentic, joyful, and peaceful life. Remember, it's never too late to choose happiness, prioritize your well-being, and embrace the freedom that comes with age. Each day offers you the chance to create a meaningful and fulfilling life. Embrace the wisdom that comes with age and let it guide you toward a life filled with purpose, connection, and peace. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from this topic. Have any thoughts or personal experiences to share? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join our community for more empowering content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, embrace the journey with confidence.